Streetfighter V2, back to Tankslap Moto. Little treat today on this beautiful bike. This could be my next purchase. She could be the one. Little sound check. Ooh. She sounds spicy. Let's rock and roll. Similar riding position to the Tuono, actually, the 660. Very nosy, feels super light, super agile. And quite smooth for a V2 as well. You know, town manners. 20 mile an hour here. It's actually quite nice. Feels a little bit livelier. Feels like a nice bike there, that's for sure. Lovely induction roar. Feels nice on the side of the tyre as well. Yep, second gear power wheelies are definitely on the menu, which is nice. Constant throttle, which feels lovely, battery smooth. Yeah, it's well mannered, third gear. I mean, normally with V-twin you're down at the sort of 3000 mark, you start chugging. I mean, how low can she go? Yeah. Yeah, a little bit laboured at sort of 2000, but yeah. You know, having come off of a 3-cylinder, which is, you know, ultra smooth really, usually by comparison to V-twins, this actually feels surprisingly good. Good turning circle as well, better than the MT probably. Quick shift is nice. I wouldn't say it's as crisp as the MT personally. Maybe the down blipper actually is a little bit better. But perhaps not as fast on the upshift. But then I think that's the nature of the V-twin. The more cylinders you have, the crisper the quick shifter usually feels in my experience. Cutting the ignition to 2 big cylinders as opposed to 3 or 4 smaller ones always makes a difference. Loads of usable torque, usable grunt. Handling is very, very good. It's a windy day today as well, but for February we'll take it. Yeah, this thing's quick. Surface ain't the best today. Bike that inspires confidence though. I mean, just jump straight on this and definitely feel like you can ride it quick. You know, it doesn't feel like it's riding you. You can certainly muscle it around and give it some stick. A lot of mechanical grip as well, sort of accelerating quite hard with a little bit of lean angle on bad surfaces, and it didn't really feel like it wanted to spin. Yeah, this could be a bit of me. It's a shame because I love the MT. It's such a great bike. It's like a BMX, the MT. It just does whatever you want it to do. There's just something about this red paint, like the allure of the Ducati. I think I'd get more pleasure polishing this one. The dash is very vibrant, very easy to see. Revs for days. It's definitely an exciting bike. Feels perhaps a little bit beefier than the MT in terms of like the forks and the headstock. It feels a bit more serious because it's quite revvy. It does egg you on a little bit. It's quite top endy. It's got like a nice mid-range, but it's not as meaty in the mid-range as the MT. Brakes are very strong. It's a bit more wristy obviously than the MT. It's that kind of over the front riding position. Back was coming round then. Yeah, she's a beast. ABS is good though, not intrusive hard on it then. Back was stepping round. Definitely a little bit more confidence inspiring when you're hard on the brakes than perhaps the MT. But that is a feature of the Italian bike. First to second. Yeah, not too bad. This engine smooths out above sort of 6 or 7. That's when it kind of comes to life. Very revvy. Confidence inspiring on the brakes. Woohoo! Got to be a little bit careful. Still crap conditions, really. Definitely a very exciting machine. No cruise control, but I mean it is nice cruise control. Like, it's no two ways about it. But it's not really going to spoil the party when you're having this much fun. It don't really matter, does it? Bit of a cheapskate thing, really. Them not sticking it on it because, you know, ride by wire. All the electronics are there. It's just literally programming a switch. You know, there's no rocket science to it. It's a little bit muddy, isn't it? That's not going to happen, is it? That's a bad idea. I mean, there's no denying she's a looker. DRLs, DLRs, daylight running, you know what I mean. And that rear shock linkage, I know it's probably a cheaper way of doing it, but I think it looks bloody cool. Single-sided swing arm. And it sounds good as well for a stock bike. Right, sensible reviewers head on. The mirrors are very stable. You can see behind yourself. Clutch lever is nice and light to pull. Switchgear feels adequate. The finish on the Ducatis is kind of second to none, really. Oh, I want a Ducati again now. What happens, isn't it? This is what happens when you borrow a bike. You end up bloody wanting it. It just feels special. It's almost like it's weird, the noise. I don't know if it's got an exhaust valve maybe, because it kind of sounds like it's getting louder and then getting quieter, sort of. Maybe. Do the sensible stuff. A V-twin or a parallel twin is never going to do the sensible stuff as well as a multi-cylinder, a 4-cylinder, 3-cylinder or whatever. But you can do it, and it ain't too bad. I mean, the 1200 Monster was a bit more boom, 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 boom. But you had 600cc pistons going up and down, I suppose. I don't know if you can hear that sort of noise cutting in and out. It must be an exhaust valve. But now it's kind of gone silent, and then I twist it a little bit more, it comes back. Interesting. Yeah, it's definitely a ripper. If the rear ABS is turned off, because she definitely likes to come round, which is very fun, but you gotta know what you're doing. It likes to back in, which is fun, but not for the faint-hearted. Okay, let's get her back in one piece. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and see you in the next one. Ducati could be inbound.